summer sign waves and function and motion and
Being Cole's father, and I noticed in the last 2 years since Cole's been coming to speech therapy that he speaks more clearly, slowly. We understand him better. Sometimes the stuttering that he first had 2 years ago has subsided substantially. So I see a great improvement in his overall attitude. Also, how he interacts with other kids. I don't think he's as shy as he once was 2 years ago because he's able to speak more clearly. For Jamie and I, dealing with Cole, who's a very hyperactive 6-year-old, it helps out tremendously because we use a lot of the lessons we learn every Wednesday to tell him to slow down, enunciate, pause, helps him tell stories better because his imagination is running wild right now as a 6-year-old. So Cole is a superhero, if you did not know. So Cole loves to tell you about his adventures. So the best way is to get him to use the lessons that he learns every Wednesday in class to get us to tell the stories back. So it's been tremendously helpful for Jamie and I.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Since the last time my family was featured at the KidTalk Celebration, both children have made lots of progress. Madison has graduated, is now in 1st grade, and has no speech errors at all, where Parker has been in speech now with Miss Allie, and he is doing amazing and still working on a few sounds here and there, but he loves to come to speech, loves to communicate with his friends, and he is understood by many of the people he talks to. When Parker first started speech, he was very hard to understand, only had some sounds, and he got really frustrated and angry if we couldn't understand him. And so now that he has had speech for the last 2.5 years, he is talking up a storm and very clearly expressing his wants and needs. I don't know, I can't express in words what the Walker Scottish Rite Clinic means to me. They taught me the words from the very beginning. They taught my kids these words. I was a graduate myself, and since my kids have started and been through the program, our household is a lot happier because we can understand each other and we can communicate daily, and they love coming here, so it is a very special place to me.
I'm outside blowing bubbles in Venus Polo, and I'm getting bubbles on your phone.
When we first started the clinic, I didn't even know there was a difference between speech and language. And then we were taught the difference, and so we were able to work on both of them and realize that she needed more help than we could give her. When she began, she was just a little 3-year-old, and she didn't speak much. We didn't know if she would ever really talk. And by the time she graduated from the clinic, she could talk and she would talk, and she didn't feel like she was any different than anybody else. The Walker Scottish Rite Clinic is a huge part of our life. It was just the beginning of everything that made Julianne's life functionable and give her a future to start with. Like her future started at the clinic, and even as we go on today, it all comes back to the clinic, is where it all began.